United mocked as Garnacho breaks silence. "I don't want to play for that stupid Manchester United club." In a revelation that has shaken the footballing world, Alejandro Garnacho, Manchester United's highly touted young winger, has delivered a scathing assessment of the club he once called home. His blunt declaration of wanting to leave comes at the end of what many are calling the worst season in the modern history of the Red Devils. The 2024-25 campaign brought humiliation on multiple fronts, an alarming 16th place finish in the Premier League, coupled with a gut-wrenching Europa League final loss to bitter rivals Tottenham Hotspur. This isn't just a young player venting frustration. Garnacho's comments seem to crystallize a growing malaise within Old Trafford's walls, one that has been brewing for several years but now appears to have boiled over. A season in ruins. Few could have predicted just how badly things would unravel. United entered the 2024-25 season with optimism. A promising pre-season tour, marquee signings in the summer, and the appointment of a management team expected to bring a more progressive style of play had fans daring to dream of a title push. Instead, what followed was a catalogue of failures that stunned supporters and pundits alike. United stumbled out of the gate, losing 3 of their first 5 league matches. Confidence evaporated quickly, and the squad never recovered its rhythm. Defensive frailty became a recurring theme, with the team conceding soft goals at crucial moments. In attack, a lack of cohesion meant that even talented forwards looked isolated and ineffective. By December, hopes of a top 4 finish were gone. By March, the conversation had shifted from chasing Europe to avoiding relegation, a concept once unthinkable for a club of United's stature. The final league table was damning, 16th place, narrowly avoiding the drop zone, and finishing with their lowest points tally in the Premier League era. The Europa League final, seen as a potential saving grace, ended in heartbreak. Tottenham Hotspur, themselves desperate for silverware, edged United with a late goal, sealing a 1-0 win that left United players slumped on the pitch and supporters in stunned silence. Garnacho speaks out. In the aftermath of this disastrous season, Garnacho agreed to an exclusive interview in which he expressed, with unfiltered honesty, his view of the situation. "I don't want to play for that stupid Manchester United club anymore," he said, his voice steady but his words cutting. "The fans deserve better than this. They support us through everything, and what have we given them? I want to be somewhere that's competing for trophies, not just fighting to stay up. That's not the football I grew up dreaming about." For a player still in his early 20s, Garnacho's frankness was startling. Since breaking into the first team, he has been regarded as one of United's brightest prospects, a winger with pace, skill, and a flair for decisive moments. His development was seen as symbolic of the club's potential future. That such a player now wants out speaks volumes about the depth of the current crisis. Rumours have already linked him with a loan move to Chelsea, a club also undergoing transition but with ambitions of returning to the summit of English football. While nothing has been finalised, multiple sources suggest talks are well underway. Amorim's rebuild. Manchester United's board moved quickly after the season's collapse, appointing Ruben Amorim as the new manager. Known for his work at Sporting CP, where he built a dynamic, attack-minded side, Amorim was brought in with the mandate to reshape United's identity and restore competitiveness. In his first press conference, Amorim was clear-eyed about the challenge ahead. "This is not about patching up a team," he said. "It is about building a new Manchester United. We will bring in players who are hungry, committed, and ready to fight for the badge. The mentality has to change before the results can change. Part of that shift involves difficult decisions." Amorim confirmed that Garnacho is unlikely to be the only high-profile departure. Rasmus Højlund is expected to join AC Milan on loan, while Marcus Rashford has already completed a move to Barcelona. The strategy is bold but risky. Remove those who no longer fit the vision, even if they are fan favourites, and start fresh. The transfer web. The summer transfer window will define the next phase of United's history. The club faces the dual challenge of replacing outgoing stars while strengthening weak areas. Garnacho's potential move to Chelsea has split opinion. Supporters question the wisdom of sending a player of his caliber to a domestic rival, even temporarily, but others argue that keeping a disillusioned player could be even more damaging. Chelsea, under their own new leadership, are in aggressive rebuild mode. Garnacho's direct style, ability to stretch defenses, and knack for producing in big moments make him an attractive option. For United, The search for reinforcements reportedly includes young prospects from Portugal, South America, and the lower tiers of English football, with Amorim favouring players who can adapt quickly to high-intensity systems. Fans on edge. United supporters have endured many challenging seasons since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement, but the 2024-25 campaign has been different, more chaotic, more draining, and perhaps more revealing of structural flaws. The reaction to Garnacho's comments has been polarizing. Some fans empathize, acknowledging that his frustrations mirror their own, and see his honesty as a wake-up call for the club's hierarchy. Others view his words as disrespectful to the badge, arguing that great players in United's history fought through dark times rather than abandoning ship. Social media is ablaze with debates, petitions, and speculative lineups for next season. Matchday forums are filled with lengthy threads discussing the balance between loyalty and ambition. Even among those who support Garnacho's move, there is an undercurrent of sadness at the thought of losing a player who, until recently, was seen as part of the solution. Looking ahead, the months ahead will test Manchester United's resolve. For Amorim, the task is monumental: rebuild morale, integrate new signings, and establish a tactical identity that can consistently win matches. For the board, it is a chance to show they have learned from years of reactive decision-making. For fans, it will require patience, something that is wearing thin. If Garnacho departs, he will not be the last player to leave in search of stability and ambition. But his exit could also create opportunities for emerging talents in United's academy or new arrivals eager to prove themselves. The club's recruitment strategy, long criticized for chasing big names without a coherent plan, will need to be disciplined and focused. Conclusion. Manchester United's fall from grace this season has been spectacular and sobering. The club that once dominated English football now faces the stark reality of being adrift, caught between its glorious past and an uncertain future. Garnacho's outburst may be the most headline-grabbing moment, but it is also a symptom of deeper problems, issues of leadership, culture, and ambition that will not be fixed overnight. Whether Garnacho joins Chelsea or another club, his departure will symbolize the end of an era for United's current squad. The coming summer will either mark the first steps of a genuine rebuild or the continuation of a decline that fans have dreaded for years. One thing is certain: the world will be watching Old Trafford, waiting to see if this once great institution can rise again or if Garnacho's words will prove to be prophetic.